Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Thank you. That was Trans Nzoia Governor Patrick Kayemba, just trying to take us through the politics, the development agenda in this particular region, or rather particular county, for instance. We are going to traverse this region, Lillian, to bring you the very perspective of what is expected ahead of the August 8 polls. Remember, this is the time that politicians, their members, will be going across the political divide, across their grassroots levels, to ensure that they activate their political machinery, to activate everything they're having to ensure that the August 8 election is a success. But that notwithstanding, it is party primaries that is now giving political parties a headache, and that is what we are trying to find out here in Trans Nzoia County. We'll also link up with you, Lillian, later on to bring you more on what is unfolding here in Western Kenya region at large. Back to you in studio.
Many thanks for that, Stephen Letor, reporting to us live from Trans Nzoia County. With me in studios, Jarvis Bigambo and Churchill Saoke, both are political analysts. Jarvis, a simmering battle there between Ford Kenya, ANC and ODM, as Stephen Letor reports there. The Western battle for that ticket, particularly ahead of the primaries. What scenarios do you see likely to happen there?
Well, we've seen Governor Kayemba trying to downplay the issue of sibling rivalry between Ford Kenya and ANC. And I think one thing that he needs to realize, even though he wants to bank on his development record, this is politics, and this is a politics time, you know, high volatile political time. And he needs to now fold his sleeves and get out, meet his supporters, engage with his opponents to demonstrate actually that he has done ABCD. It will not necessarily depend by the observation of the residents of that county on what he has done, because this is competition, and politics at such a time as this is about skilled marketing. Then the other thing is that of course he must anticipate to face rivalry by members of ANC and even ODM and any other party, including Jubilee, as he has indicated. A couple of things that he needs to be working on the table of strategy is not just for his re-election, but also to see how he can get to have members of the county assembly or ward representatives who will work to carry forward his agenda. Not just about him, because if he gets to be re-elected and then the entire house falls in the hands of a different party, then he will have a bit of a struggle to carry on his agenda through the house, whether it's a question of pieces of legislation that he wants to propel his development agenda, or whether it's a question of passing the budget, etc. So as a politician, I know he should know better than just downplay these issues. It is important that he looks into the nomination, but beyond that, working with background arithmetics to make sure that he saves his political life, but also gets to have a house that will shoulder his political agenda.
Churchill, your thoughts on the same?
A place like Trans Nzoia County is pretty metropolitan county, and actually, if you go on the ground, as he's saying, many of there are quite a lot of posters for those who are vying under Jubilee, as opposed to the dominant parties there, and perhaps this says a little bit to, maybe he knows he already has his nominations with the Ford Kenya or something like that, and he does not have competitors. But I think it will be too dangerous for him to downplay the possibilities of the other sibling rivalry between ANC potential candidates and him in Ford Kenya, because those are the main competing factors, and so you find that if you look at mainly the politics of the Western region, most likely the person who has a higher stake at the national level, in terms the party leader who has a higher stake at the national level, will most likely influence the politics on the ground, especially when it comes to which party you belong to.
Many thanks, gentlemen, for your time this morning. I've been talking to Jarvis Bigambo and Churchill Saoke. This, of course, on NASA politics. And away from the Western Kenya politics, we do know that the four principals failed to agree on their flag bearer and instead pushed the issue to the week after the Easter holidays, which is essentially after the submission of party lists. This is after they met, the top NASA brigade met to determine the NASA presidential flag bearer. That was a meeting that was held in Vipingo, which failed to, of course, dictate the way forward as regards the party flag bearer. We're taking a very short break now. When we return, we take a look at the university audit and the Ministry of Education issuing stern measures as regards the perceived rot in the system. We'll be looking at the way forward. We'll also be crossing over to Sam Mugina, who is in Kisumu County. We'll be looking at news shaping the day from that particular region. Stay with Citizen Extra. We'll be right back.